Hi, I'm Chris. After suffering from ME/CFS for 6 years, I fully recovered. I created this healing program to guide and support you on your healing journey from ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, long COVID, and related syndromes. If you haven't watched the previous videos in this series, I recommend starting from the beginning, as each video builds on the last. You can find them for free on my website at healing-space.online. In the previous video, we discussed the onset and various triggers that can initiate illness. We also acknowledged that the real issue isn't the trigger itself, but the accumulated load of stress that overwhelms our system. In this video, we'll explore the differences between ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, and long COVID, and conditions like burnout and depression. When we suffer from ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, or long COVID, it's common for others to suggest that our symptoms might just be burnout or depression. While there are some overlapping symptoms, such as fatigue, low mood, and difficulty concentrating, it's crucial to understand that these are distinct conditions. ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, and long COVID have different underlying causes and require different treatment approaches compared to burnout and depression. Let's explore the key differences to clarify what sets these conditions apart. First, let's clarify what burnout is. Burnout is a state of physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion caused by chronic psychological stress, typically related to work. It arises when there's a prolonged imbalance between job demands and the resources or support available to meet those demands. This leads to feeling of being overwhelmed, drained, and unable to meet constant expectations. Now let's explore how burnout differs from ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, and long COVID in terms of trigger, classification, impact of rest, and physical activity. Burnout is primarily caused by chronic psychological stress in the workplace. In contrast, ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, and long COVID can have various triggers. These often include physiological factors like viral infections, injuries, or surgeries, rather than just psychological stress. Burnout is not classified as a medical illness, but rather an occupational issue caused by prolonged work-related stress. In contrast, ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, and long COVID are classified as medical conditions. These involve complex changes in the body and are not solely linked to work-related stress. Burnout tends to improve with rest or stepping away from stressful work conditions. In contrast, ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, and long COVID often persist even when there's no work-related stress involved, and typically does not improve simply by resting or stepping away from a stressful environment. These conditions can affect people regardless of their job or work situation. Another important distinction is the role of physical activity in recovery. In cases of burnout, physical activity and exercise are often recommended to help support recovery. However, for people suffering from ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, or long COVID, forcing physical activity can actually be harmful. This is why the controversial graded exercise therapy, GET, which promotes increased physical activity as a primary treatment, might be helpful for burnout recovery, but is often detrimental for those with ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, or long COVID. As we will explore later, burnout or a stressful job can indeed contribute to the development of ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, or long COVID. But these conditions are not the same as burnout. They have different causes, symptoms, and treatment approaches, requiring a more comprehensive understanding to support recovery effectively. Now, let's take a closer look at the differences between ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, long COVID, and depression. First, let's clarify what depression is. Depression is a mental disorder characterized by low mood, loss of interest in activities, and a lack of motivation. Now, let's explore how depression differs from ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, and long COVID in terms of drive and engagement. People suffering from depression often lack drive and energy, leading to withdrawal from daily activities and social engagement. In contrast, people with ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, and long COVID are typically highly motivated individuals who want to engage in life, work, and activities, but their bodies simply don't have the physical energy to do so. It's as if their minds are saying yes, but their bodies are saying no, due to the extreme exhaustion and physical limitations. Another key difference is that people with depression often withdraw from life and become hopeless. On the other hand, it is common for people with ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, and long COVID to actively seek medical treatment and take initiative in trying to understand and manage their condition. Many of us go from doctor to doctor, searching relentlessly for answers and treatments to regain our health. Dr. Charles Lapp highlighted this difference by asking individuals with depression and those with chronic fatigue syndrome the same question. If I could make you well here and now, what would you do? People with depression often appeared withdrawn and struggled to answer, reflecting their low mood and lack of drive. In contrast, people with CFS typically had plans and were eager to return to an active, full life. That being said, depression can sometimes be part of the overall picture for people with ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, and long COVID. However, it often seems that depression or a depressed mood develops as a result of the illness rather than being the root cause. After all, who wouldn't feel down or discouraged after months or years of dealing with severe fatigue and a wide range of intense symptoms without any clear explanation or obvious cure? In this video, we've learned that while burnout and depression share some overlapping symptoms with ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, and long COVID, they are distinct conditions. However, it's important to recognize that burnout and depression can sometimes play a role in the broader picture of these illnesses, either as contributing factors or as conditions that develop alongside them. In the next video, we'll discuss 4 essential facts that we need to acknowledge if we truly want to move towards healing. If you'd like to continue, you can watch the complete introductory video series for free on my website at healing-space.online. This video series is designed to support you in healing from ME/CFS, fibromyalgia, long COVID, and related syndromes. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and follow. Thank you, and see you in the next video.